Good afternoon, my dear students. How are you? Hope you are all safe and well. I am Sangjukta Chaitali, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Government Bangla College. Today we are going to meet here for a different reason. Due to COVID-19 coronavirus, we are staying home. Our college is closed. We are not in a position to take your classes right at the moment. For this reason, you are deprived of learning. Considering this situation, online classes have been arranged for you under the dynamic leadership of our respected principal, Professor Dr. Firdausi Khan. She has taken this initiative to cover the loss of your academic progress. You are also aware that coronavirus is a global pandemic. This is a global problem. Many people are getting infected every day all over the world. Bangladesh is no exception here. The government of Bangladesh has taken a good number of actions to prevent the spreading of COVID-19. Public holiday has already been announced from March 26 to April 25. During this challenging time, we all should stay home. Stay home means stay safe. We should also follow the guidelines of the government as well as World Health Organization. My dear students, I know that you are a little bit afraid of English, but I think if you are attentive and listen to me carefully, you will be able to understand everything. In fact, this is for the first time we are meeting online. So please be with me during this session. Now let us turn our attention to today's class on transformation of sentences. Our today's topic is transformation of sentences. By transformation of sentences, we mean the conversion or change of sentences without change of its meaning. Simply speaking, it means changing the sentence from one form to another without change of its meaning. That is, we cannot change the meaning when we change a sentence from one form to another. Now, why do we learn transformation of sentences? We learn transformation of sentences because it teaches us variety of expression which is required in writing English. That is, by this term we know how to write an assertive sentence, an exclamatory sentence, a simple sentence, compound sentence, an interrogative sentence, and so on. We can change sentences in different ways. We can change from affirmative to negative, negative to affirmative, assertive to interrogative, exclamatory to assertive, interrogative to assertive. We can also change from simple to complex, complex to simple, simple to compound, compound to simple, compound to complex, and so on. Now, we shall discuss how affirmative sentences can be changed into negative. Number 1. We use an opposite word to make a negative form. I repeat, we use an opposite word to make a negative form. We should remember that when only or alone is used before God or Allah or any person, we use none but. For example, affirmative sentence, only God can save us. And when we make it negative, we will write, none but God can save us. So in this affirmative sentence, only is used before God or Allah, and none but has been used to make this negative. Now, the another example. Only a coward can flee from his duty. When we make it negative, this affirmative sentence, we will write, none but a coward can flee from his duty. So, we see that in this point, only is used before God or Allah or any person, and we use none but instead of the word only. Now we go for the next point. When only or alone indicates some object, we use nothing but. For example, affirmative, Prohor likes only cricket. And in the negative form, it will be Prohor likes nothing but cricket. That is, here only or alone is used before an object. And that's why we use nothing but instead of the word only. So I think it's clear to you. Now we go for the second point. When must is used in an affirmative sentence, we use cannot but or cannot help to make it negative. We use the following pattern here: cannot but plus verb in the present form, and cannot help plus verb plus ing. Affirmative sentence, we must respect our teachers. And in the negative, we write, we cannot but respect our teachers. And we also write, we cannot help respecting our teachers. So, when must is used in this affirmative sentence, we can write it in two ways. One is cannot but plus verb in the present form, that is, we cannot but respect our teachers, and another one is cannot help plus verb plus ing, that is, the sentence will be in the negative form, we cannot help respecting our teachers. Number 3, when an affirmative sentence starts with both ... and or and, we usually use not only ... but also. Sometimes in the middle or sometimes at the beginning to make it negative. For example, the affirmative sentence, both Rohim and Korim like traveling. And in the negative form, it will be not only Rohim but also Korim like traveling. That is, not only and but also is used here when the affirmative sentence starts with both ... and. Another example is given for you, that is, He is intelligent and funny. This is an affirmative sentence. And when we make it negative, it will be he is not only intelligent but also funny. That is, in this negative form, not only but also is used in the middle of the sentence. So, in the first example, we see that not only but also is used at the beginning of the sentence when we make it negative. And in the second example, we see that not only but also is used in the middle of the sentence when we make the affirmative sentence he is intelligent and funny into negative form. Now we go for the point 4. In case of the word every, we use the pattern like there is no plus next word to every plus but plus the rest of the sentence. I repeat, in case of the word every, we use the pattern like there is no plus next word to every plus but plus the rest of the sentence. For example, affirmative sentence, every mother loves her child. So when we try to make it negative, we will write there is no mother but loves her child. So we use according to the rule, first of all we use there is no plus next word to every, that is mother. There is no mother and plus but, and the rest of the sentence is loves her child. So the negative sentence will be there is no mother but loves her child. Now point 5. In case of as soon as in the affirmative, we use no sooner had to make it negative. In case of as soon as in the affirmative, we use no sooner had to make it negative. In the affirmative sentence, we have as soon as the teacher came, the students entered the class. And when we make it negative, what will be the sentence? Negative sentence. The negative sentence will be no sooner had the teacher come than the students entered the class. This is the rule of as soon as in the affirmative when we try to make it negative. Now we go for point 6. By using degrees of comparison, we can also make affirmative to negative. For example, in the affirmative form, she is the best girl in the class. And when we make it negative, it will be no other girl in the class is so good as she. That is, in the affirmative form, it is the superlative degree, and when we make it negative, it is the positive degree here. Now go for the point 7. We also make negative sentences by using opposite word. We also make negative sentences by using opposite word. For example, in the affirmative sentence, I shall always remember you. And when we make it negative, it will be I shall never forget you. That is, in this sentence, we use never instead of the word always, and we also use forget, which is the opposite word of remember. So in this sentence, we use two opposite words. One is never instead of always, and the another one is forget instead of the word remember. So I think it's clear to you. Now we go for the next. Affirmative sentence having 2 can be changed into negative using so plus adjective plus that plus subject plus cannot. For example, affirmative sentence, he is too weak to walk. He is too weak to walk. According to the rule, when we make it negative, first of all, we use subject he is and then so. Instead of to, we use so plus adjective weak plus that plus subject he and plus cannot, and the rest of the word sentence walk. So the negative sentence will be he is so weak that he cannot walk. The affirmative sentence is he is too weak to walk, and the negative sentence is he is so weak that he cannot walk. So these are the main points which are important for your exam. Now we will discuss how the assertive sentences can be changed into interrogative sentence. In case of making assertive affirmative sentence into interrogative, the interrogative sentence will take negative form. I repeat, in case of making assertive affirmative sentence into interrogative, the interrogative sentence will take negative form. For example, assertive sentence, she was sincere to her duties. This is the assertive sentence, and when we make it interrogative, what will be the interrogative form? Interrogative form will be, wasn't she sincere to her duties? That is, the interrogative sentence will take negative form. Wasn't she sincere to her duties? So the assertive sentence is, she was sincere to her duties, and the interrogative sentence is, wasn't she sincere to her duties? And after finishing the sentence, we must use the note of interrogation because it is an interrogative sentence. Now, number 10. In case of making assertive negative sentence into interrogative, the interrogative sentence will take affirmative form. In case of making assertive negative, so the previous one was assertive affirmative, and now we are discussing about assertive negative sentence into interrogative. In that case, the interrogative sentence will take affirmative form. For example, the assertive sentence is, I do not go outside. And when we make it interrogative, it will be, do I go outside? So the interrogative sentence will be, do I go outside? So the interrogative sentence will take affirmative form. Now we go for the next. In case of assertive sentence having everybody, everyone or all as subject, we use who plus do not or does not while making it interrogative. For example, assertive sentence, everybody loves his motherland. Everybody loves his motherland. And when we make it interrogative, it will be who does not love his motherland? So according to the rule, we use who plus do not or does not. Here does not is used and love his motherland. And last of all, the note of interrogation, because it is an interrogative sentence. So finally, the interrogative sentence will be who does not love his motherland? Now, the second example for you. All love flowers. This is an assertive sentence. And when we make it interrogative, it will be who does not love flowers? The interrogative sentence will be who does not love flowers? So I think it's clear to you. Now we go for the next point, that is number 12. When an assertive sentence starts with every plus noun, what should we do? We use is there any plus noun plus who does not. I repeat, when an assertive sentence starts with every plus noun, we use is there any plus noun plus who does not. For example, every man hates war. This is an assertive sentence. And when we make it interrogative, the sentence will be is there any man who does not hate war? So finally the sentence is, according to the law, we first of all use is there any and then the noun man and then who does not and then the rest of the sentence. So the interrogative sentence will be is there any man who doesn't hate war? Now we go for the next point of this assertive to interrogative. When an assertive sentence starts with nobody or none or no one, we use the pattern who plus the rest of the sentence. For example, assertive sentence, no one can do this. No one can do this. When we make it interrogative, it will be who can do this? Who can do this? According to the rule, first of all we use who and the instead of no one or nobody or none and then the rest of the sentence. And last of all, we use the note of interrogation because it is an interrogative sentence. Finally, the sentence will be who can do this? Now we go for the next point, that is 14. In case of assertive sentence with introductory there, we use what or who. In case of assertive sentence with introductory there, that is, if the assertive sentence starts with there, we use what or who. For example, the assertive sentence, there is no use of this policy. There is no use of this policy. When we make it negative, what will be the interrogative? What will be the interrogative form of this assertive sentence? It will be what is the use of this policy? The interrogative sentence will be what is the use of this policy and then the note of interrogation. Now we go for the next point, that is we will discuss now how an exclamatory sentence can be changed into an assertive sentence. When we change exclamatory sentence into assertive, we use the structure subject plus verb plus a or an plus very or great plus adjective plus the remaining part of the sentence. So, the exclamatory sentence is, for example, what a beautiful picture it is. What a beautiful picture it is. And when we make it assertive, it will be according to the rule, the subject it and the verb is and a or an. We use here a because V is the consonant. And then very, and then the adjective beautiful, and the remaining part picture. So the assertive form will be, it is a very beautiful picture. Now we will learn when an exclamatory sentence starts with hurrah. It indicates that it is a matter of joy. In order to make the exclamatory sentence assertive, we use it is a matter of joy plus that plus the rest of the sentence. For example, exclamatory sentence, hurrah, we have won the match. And when we transform into assertive form, it will be, it is a matter of joy that we have won the match, because hurrah is the expression of joy. So we use it is a matter of joy. So the assertive form is, it is a matter of joy that we have won the match. Now we go for the next rule. If exclamatory sentence starts with alas, what should we do? We use it is a matter of sorrow plus that plus the remaining part of the sentence for making it assertive. The exclamatory sentence is here, alas, I am undone. Alas, I am undone. And when we make it assertive, it will be, it is a matter of sorrow that I am undone. It is a matter of sorrow that I am undone. So in the previous rule, we have learned that hurrah is a matter of joy, and now we have got the point that alas is a matter of sorrow. That's why in the assertive form, in the previous example, we have used it is a matter of joy that, and now in this example, alas, we use it is a matter of sorrow that I am undone. Now we go for the next point, that is, if exclamatory sentence starts with if, we use subject plus wish plus the remaining part of the sentence to make it assertive. So it's something different. This rule is something different. I repeat, if exclamatory sentence starts with if, we use subject plus wish plus the remaining part of the sentence when we make it assertive. For example, the exclamatory sentence is, if I were a king. And when we make it assertive. What will be the assertive form of this exclamatory sentence? If I were a king, it will be I wish. According to the according to the rule, we use the subject I, and then we use wish, and then the remaining part of the sentence is I were a king. And one thing is mentionable here, that is when we transform an exclamatory to an assertive, we do not use the note of exclamation, because this is an assertive sentence, and we use here, after completing the sentence, we use a full stop. So the exclamatory sentence is if I were a king, and the assertive form will be I wish I were a king, and then we use full stop. Now the next point. If exclamatory sentence starts with had plus subject. If the exclamatory sentence starts with had plus subject, we use subject plus wish plus subject plus had plus the remaining part of the sentence to make it assertive. I repeat, if the exclamatory sentence starts with had plus subject, we use subject plus wish plus subject plus had plus the remaining part of the sentence to make it assertive. For example, the exclamatory sentence, had I the wings of a bird. Had I the wings of a bird. Now, when we transform this exclamatory sentence into assertive form, we will write according to our rule. First of all, the subject I, and then we use wish, and then again our subject I plus had plus the remaining part of the sentence, the wings of a bird. So the exclamatory sentence is had I the wings of a bird, and the assertive form of this exclamatory sentence will be I wish I had the wings of a bird. Now, I want to give you some homework, and here is your homework. We have already discussed many points or rules for transformation of sentences, and try to practice all these rules at your home. This is your homework, rules for transformation of sentence as discussed in today's session. Now, I think you understand what I try to mean. Let me end the session today here. I hope you will practice all these rules at your home. The next class, we will discuss the other rules for transformation of sentences. Thank you very much for your lively participation here. Best of luck, my dear students. Stay home, and stay home. It will make you safe. And goodbye. Thank you very much.